Old Kiar gives you a friendly smile. Can the ever-bright Crusaders be of service to you, Commander? Kiara Kobelen is a seasoned Crusader and Paladin, and the leader of the knightly order known as the Ever-Bright Crusaders. He arrived in Drezen on Queen Golfrey's order to assist the commander of the 5th Crusade. The Crusader turns to the young lad standing next to him and wags his fingers at him with his ostentatious strictness. Morveg, keep it to yourself. If you keep interrupting your elders, you'll be mucking out the stables for a week. I want to ask you a few questions about yourself. About me, Kiar Kobelen. Or me, the glorious ever-bright Crusader and leader of my order. A young man standing next to Kiar casts a look at his fuzzy greyed hair and mumbles, leader of the order, also known as Sir Dandelion. The old man turns to the lad and reprimands him loudly but kindly. Morvik, you insolent Kellid whelp. Show some respect for your mentor's age, or do you think you'll never grow old yourself? I want to know more about your past. The old man scratches his thinning, fuzzy hair. About my life before the order. Oh, it was so long ago. As a boy, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it. Try to fix it. I decided to become a priest, but then I saw the ever-bright Crusaders, so proud, so pure. And then someone next to me said, what arrogant snobs. And he was right, we ever-bright Crusaders actually are a little arrogant, so I thought, maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of such a simple and warm-hearted lad like myself, who knew years later I would become their leader. Tell me about your order. The ever-bright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting the world wound is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it, and also our souls. We have high standards and live under many restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no lands, even if we were entitled to them by birth. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life, for our hearts are always turned to war. But war is a grim, ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it, and we keep our hearts pure, so that we are not left sickened by war, so that our light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Who's the lad that keeps following you around? Kiar smiles warmly with deep-seated pride. This is Morberg. He's a Kellid from these parts. When the world wound opened, his family was forced to flee. What a life they had, poor, always hungry, cast aside by the world. When they didn't have any bread, they fed on rage and vengeance. We caught this boy on the road. He was walking north to Drezen to kill demons. Dirty, gaunt, just looking at him made you want to weep. We picked him up, trained him. He is hot-headed and lacks discipline, but he's also smart and brave. When I look at him, I see the future of the ever-bright Crusaders. Well, I don't have any more questions. I'm glad I gratified your curiosity. Argus Gwym! Ah, my friend. I'm listening, Knight Commander. Are you aware of my special powers? Everyone praises you and sings hymns for you as if you were some kind of holy angel. Well, claiming a celestial origin benefits every leader, especially the leader of the crusade itself. A reputation like this is very practical and commendable. Just for argument's sake, what's it like to live your entire life under someone else's name? We heard that before. Generosity, condescension. Nah. Aren't you afraid I'll reveal your secret to everyone? Are you threatening me? Word against mine. Yes. I will defend my good name to the end. Your claims will seem like vile slander. Argus's face becomes blotchy, and his eyes nearly pop out of their sockets. However, I do hope it won't come to any of that. We're all here for a common cause, and I intend to see this business through. That's acceptable. Why have you decided to support the Crusaders now? With all you due respect, that's none of your business. I have my reasons, perhaps. I felt a rush of patriotism when Kenabres was destroyed. Anyway, why would you think I never supported the Crusaders? Perhaps I simply don't like to brag about my donations. Ostentatious charity only attracts beggars. I'd wager that Irabeth has no idea whose money she's spending on drinks and supplies. That's a very interesting topic. Sometimes you see YouTubers or football players, soccer players, some other people, famous people, go around and I donated $100,000 to charity. Yeah, well, why do you have the need to tell? Why don't you just do it out of the goodness of your heart? Why did you hide the fact that Camellia is your daughter? Didn't I tell you this at the mansion? It's because her mother, Iris, was a lowly half-elf who looked after my garden. I always wanted to join the Gwyrm name with another family. The Gwyrm legacy must not be mixed with common blood and vanish into obscurity. Iris didn't mind, and we managed to hide our relationship. When Camellia was born, I did not claim her as my own. To all of Mendev, Camellia is the daughter of a lowly servant who died over a decade ago. And before you start telling me what a terrible father I am, I want to tell you something. My daughter wanted for nothing. Yes, best teachers, we had that already. Camellia's mother died. I'm going to tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. Long heavy stare, Interesting. In. Do we have anyone else to talk to? One-eyed devil. Jewelry artisan. What's that? That sounds interesting. Golden Golem, what the heck? Hello there. Welcome to the shop of Darek Sunhammer, the finest jewelry in all of Mendev. True artistry, crafted by the master himself and his apprentices. Take a look. Okay. Headbands, yes, useless. Diamonds, blah. Derek Sunhammer's jewelry. Is that worth it? I don't know. Maybe to someone. I guess this will be a part of a quest that we will later dive into. Right now it's not important.
Let us not hesitate. I stand ready.
I found Kaelessa spying on my camp. Then you should be on the lookout for her accomplices. Her demonic masters must have sent her to plot against you. And since she's already made her way into the camp, she will strike soon. I hope you weren't as merciful with her this time. Kaelessa is dead. Contrary to your expectations, Thorn's face does not brighten. Instead, it seems to grow even more despondent. Then our sorrowful journey has come to an end. I will pray for her sinful soul. Thank you for carrying out my duty. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my gratitude. After a moment of silence, Thorn asks tentatively, did she have any written records on her? Journals of her dark teachings? Perhaps philosophical writings, dangerous knowledge? I must know for certain that her insidious cult has been stamped out. That there is no remaining seed from which it could sprout once again. If there is even a scrap of paper left of her words, please give it to me. I will commit it to the flames. Well, these aren't teachings, they are more a message of warning. No matter, evil can take many forms, including those that seem the most innocent. Who knows what dark path the reader of this message will be set upon? I'm convinced that nothing that was written by the hand of the traitor can be considered safe for their eyes or souls. Dude, she just gave you this huge problem, secret, that every elf can become a dark elf. And you're just like, oh, she was a liar, I don't trust. What the fuck? Dude, you need to talk to people, make sure that they understand the risks they live in. But it never happens. I have nothing like that. We're going to use the knowledge later on. I met other elves that looked like Kailasa. A few years ago, a sect of demon worshippers was uncovered in Kionin. They were followers of Descari, who had been brought together by his priestess, Anemona. Naturally, as soon as the truth was revealed, a hunt for these evil zealots was called. They were all marked with the same brand of darkness as their leader, the wicked Kailesar. The sect was soon destroyed, but some of the cultists managed to escape. I pursued them in order to eradicate their evil, root and branch. Sighing heavily, his lip curls in an expression of bitterness. It is a great shame that the children of a noble nation have besmirched themselves with this taint, and I would be grateful if the confession were kept between us. Have to go. We shouldn't have really killed her, but it was a lawful act. This game is sometimes just odd.
I will guide us.
No, not jewelry artisan. Let's get into the inn.
Godspeed. That is quite a discovery.
Oh, it's Nino. What's up? Ah, so the experiment. I will need some supplies for this one. Boy, please bring me a bottle of alcohol. Any will do. Boy, you kidding me? Well, please hurry up. Science can't wait. Why would you need alcohol? I've already told you it's for an experiment. What kind of experiment? Experiment of personal nature. I brought a bottle of alcohol for you. Nenio snatches the bottle out of your hand and stares at it with all the covetousness of a seasoned alcoholic. Here it is, my path to learning the true values of humanity from the perspective of the lowliest man of the street. Wait, she wants to get drunk to see how she reacts to stuff? She produces a corkscrew from her sleeve and looks at it in bafflement, then at the bottle, then the corkscrew again, after which she hands the bottle back to you. Open it. This experiment definitely won't work if we don't open it. Do you always carry a corkscrew up your sleeve? Don't be preposterous. I am always meticulous when it comes to preparing for experiments. I plan for every eventuality. Alright, I admit it, that's not true. But I've truly prepared for this particular experiment. What is this experiment going to be about? I'm taking a huge risk with this experiment. I'm putting my reputation, my good name, and even my future on the line. With the help of this bottle, I will lower myself to the level of the average man on the street, and I will try to understand the mentality of someone wholly devoid of intelligence. You surely know, maybe even from personal experience, that alcohol dampens mental activity and is a catalyst for stupidity. With a brain like mine, alcohol is the only way to find out how it feels to be an idiot. I tried, that doesn't work. You're talking as if you've never tried alcohol before. I haven't. I never saw the point of it. So you are asking me to be your drinking buddy? Not at all. I'll do the drinking alone. Your role in this experiment will include standing here and providing me with a visible reaction to my inevitable temporary degradation. Well, let's get started. Well, let's begin. With the steely resolve of a warrior going to his last battle, Nenio takes a big gulp straight from the bottle. That's disgusting. After she overcomes the urge to vomit, she looks at you with teary eyes. How do you all drink this? I'm doing this for the sake of science. Another gulp. Oh, that should be enough. Now, am I stupid yet? Quicker, ask me about something smart. Is there an overland route from Avestan to Tianxi? Ah? Of course there is. It passes through the crown of the world, a northern continent known for its extremely cold climate. By the way, did you know that most of the guides on the route from Avestan to Tianxia are taciturn, sulky and ignorant individuals? They seem to enjoy using the phrase "shut up" more than any other people I've encountered. It would seem I'm not drunk enough yet. Enio takes another swig from the bottle. Right, it seems to be working now. I need to come up with an idea right now. I usually have tons of ideas. Let's see now. Descari and Baphomet. Their anti-Crusader alliance is not effective enough. They need to unite their forces on the physical level. Baphomet needs to mount Descari and ride him into battle 2-on-1. Yes, the experiment was successful. I'm definitely drunk. She takes another gulp from the bottle to confirm her condition. So, how does it feel to be drunk for the first time in your life from a scientific point of view? Terrific. I have definitely become more stupid. More than that. I'm as dumb as a box of rocks, and right now I don't give a rat's ass about science. Wait, I think I've got it. That's how men on the street see science. They don't give a rat's ass about it. Who cares if there's an overland route to Tianxia or not? Tianxia is over there, Enio says with a vague wave of her hand, whereas the bottle is right here, where it belongs. I hope you're satisfied now. Ah, incredible. My intellect never stood a chance in its battle with alcohol, and what is most striking, this fact doesn't bother me at all. It feels like all the thoughts in my head just went poof and disappeared. My thirst for knowledge, my desire to prove myself, they're all gone. My mind is so calm, it's actually a little frightening. I simply must describe this condition from my encyclopedia, but I'll get to that later. I just don't feel like it right now. You're not going to drink like a fish from now on, are you? What? Of course not. How could you think about that? About me? I mean, me! The greatest scientist of modern times. Nino licks her lips with intense concentration. Fine, maybe a little, but sometimes. No more than once a year, and only if no one sees me. I've got a reputation to maintain. Congratulations, I guess no what. That's it for now. That was a bad hic. The experiment was a success. Just a moment, Nino stares at you with glazed eyes, shakes her head and exhales loudly. When she meets your eyes again, her eyes are crystal clear. Alright, I'm fine now. What? What was that? What was what? A moment ago you were drunk as a skunk, and now all of a sudden you're stone cold sober. Is that so? Nino looks at the bottle in her hand, thoughtfully licks her lips and nods. It seems that is indeed what happened. Clearly, I decided to forget the incident entirely because I no longer need this information. What? What I need now is to write an article for the encyclopedia about the influence that alcohol has on an individual's mind. Encyclopedia. Damn, I'm talking too fast, and my tongue is rolling around itself. So you can simply forget you were drunk and sober up just like that? I've simply blocked the deleterious effects of alcohol from my mind. To put it in basic terms, I just forgot I'd consumed alcohol. The mechanism is similar to the one that I use to get rid of irrelevant memories. It's not overly complicated if you know how to do it. Well, your abilities are just amazing. What? What were you talking about? Alright. On behalf of future generations, I formally thank you for your assistance in this momentous experiment. Now I have time to answer your questions. Yeah, nah. Bye. Okay. Listen in. An old Callow told this my brothers and me on his deathbed, and then he died, and no one knows but us. I know this is their sacred forest. They prayed in this... Wait, what? Shamanic relics, you say? Wait. Terrible one, a bear. Magic guards in the cave. Why we suggest you come with us, we'll split the treasure equally. Oh, I know where we are going. Is that a gun? No, it's a crossbow, okay.
Let us press on.
Well, they repaired this relatively quickly. There was a giant demon last we met here. Boy, sitting on the counter, looks about 18. He salutes you with dignity, though his eyes scarcely rise from the tavern's ledger. The Knight Commander at my establishment, what an honor. My name is Faikito. I'm the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't like undue familiarity, while others scoff at the tediousness of ceremony and titles. Armored Armadillo. You can call me the Armored Armadillo for all I care. Your commanderness, are you sure? Gonna remember that, you know. Vi smiles mischievously. I'm absolutely sure. Out of respect for the whims of the hero of Drezen, the Armadillo it is. So what can I do for you, my friend Armadillo? Wine, a meal, heart-to-heart talks. How is it that such a young lad owns a tavern? Before the siege of Drezen, the half-measure belonged to a distant relative. I won't bore you with the details of how his family died. Just 3 words: demon worshippers and sacrifice should be enough. Now that the city has been liberated, the authorities and Iomedes Church will be returning what remains to the lawful heirs of the deceased. They take these things seriously in Mendiv. Fi suddenly slaps himself on the forehead. We started talking about the inn, and I remembered. I wanted to thank you for personally defeating the demon in this very tavern when the city was liberated. Without you, who knows how many glasses he would have smashed before the Crusaders got to him. So please accept my thanks from the bottom of 15,000. I love this game. I remember when we defeated the demon, he had nothing on him. No item, no legendary artifact. It was an absolute joke. But the game remembers. It was a ruse. The game gives you a reward. Okay. Half Measure is a strange name for a tavern. Oh, that's a family story. It's not for the faint-hearted, but you're not one of those, are you? One day before the walled stones were erected, the peasant family got lost on the way to the fair and ended up near the borders of the World Wound. They stumbled upon a bored demon who killed the father right away. He then asked the mother if she'd prefer him to take all her children or only half of them. The sobbing woman looked at her 3 darlings and said half. The demon promptly cut the arms and legs off all the 3 children, said, "I guess that's even," and disappeared. What the fuck? People across Drezen heard this story after the family found shelter at the local temple of Yomide. For many years they saved up for a regeneration spell so the children could be made whole again. They eventually scraped together enough for just one scroll and decided to give the youngest child a second chance at life. He soon became the tavern's first owner and called it the half measure in memory of his family and the terrible incident with the demon. He had a good life for a time, got himself married, and always planned to help his brother and sister, though he never got a proper chance. When the demons had Drezen surrounded, the poor cripples tried to run for their lives, but they died on the spot. The brother and his wife died a little later at the hands of deserters. There were rumors that the same demon that butchered the family came to Drezen and made a den of the half measure. If that's true, I guess he got what he deserved when you freed the city. That's the story. Why do you like sitting on the counter? 2 reasons. Why, say seriously. Drezen isn't the biggest city, but it still has a few taverns and pubs. To compete with the others, I need people to remember my establishment and myself. That's the first reason. The tavern keeper who sits on the counter definitely sticks out from the others who prefer to stand behind their bars, all dignified. Believe me, you're not the first one to ask. Sooner or later, every customer does. The second reason is the place's atmosphere. People should feel relaxed here. Life near the world wound is hardly hard enough. Folks don't go to taverns looking to cause each other more trouble. So I allow certain liberties, myself included. I'm even thinking of hosting an invigorating brawl here on the 5th of every month. I'll let my favorite customers break glasses and swing on the chandelier. What's the feeling here in the city? I can only tell you about my customers. They're mostly working folks, the ones who are rebuilding what's been destroyed, along with soldiers and some merchants. Overall, spirits are high as they can be in Mendiv, a nation of rattling sabers and fluttering banners. Everyone loves it when the demons get their horns, tails, and other parts handed to them. They've already forgotten that we nearly lost Kinablis. War is like that. People live for one day, and that day is tomorrow, not yesterday. You've been a source of joy and inspiration for everyone as well. A simple lad, leading the fight against the demons, and defeating them. And running rings around all the arrogant queen's knights. People like stories like that. This calls for toast, doesn't it? Indeed, drinks on the house. Ed, what do your customers say about my new powers? They say you're an angel from heaven, but you hide it so you can be closer to the people. Not that I really believe it, but if I think about it, a halo and wings would really suit you. But the most important question is, do angels drink? Come on, let's put it to the test. Oh, finally a dart. Goggles of Malocchio. 10 competence bonus. When the wearer confirms a critical hit with a bow, the target becomes disoriented. Ooh. Ghost touch igniting short sword. Well, hello there. Very interesting. Get the potions. Wait, that's too much. Mulled wine. Holy water. Let's get that. Purifying solution, why not? That's it. So we have dart now. So we could give it, what about 40 to 47? Okay, now let's stay with the javelin. We're going to give her the goggles of Malocchio. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Alrighty. Okay, we're done here. Keen great axe. Damn. I take this away. Does that look better?
I will see this through.
I mean, the biggest problem right now is... Wait. Okay. Where is my... cloak now? Oh, damn it. Living Flame. Oh, that one doesn't look terrible. And I got thrown to the desktop again. I don't know why. I mean, that doesn't look terrible at all. I think I could accept that. I mean, I would like filters. That's not cloaks. Here are the cloaks. Okay. There you are. Cloak of Resistance 3. No, but the color is fitting more, but this has some... I mean, I like the gold embroideries. It fits the armor, but the color just doesn't fit at all. So, green it is. Okay. Let's see the headbands. What is that? Headband. Oh, that one doesn't look too terrible. That looks terrible. That's a tiny bit better, but still not great. What's that? Diadem. No. Storytelling. Could we accept that?
I will not falter.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of color. Needs to be a bit more goldish to make much sense. Nah, we're going to leave it at that. Alrighty. So we're done here. Robe. Source of dividing power. Wait, what did just happen? Okay, no, this. No, that doesn't look awesome. This one looks better. Yeah. I mean, it's almost the same, it's just this portion. Whenever the wearer of these robes uses a divine power to summon a creature, they can choose to give these creatures attacks either holy or unholy special quality. I mean, we will summon our angels, so we will use it regardless. Okay. What else can we give a robe? What about her? Awesome. We have no more robes, right? Shirt. Well, it's not even visible, so it doesn't really matter. Added armor, alchemist's shirt. Yeah. Like it. But no, that's her new gear. That's about it, right? Yeah, 9 is very good. Even though we could give her a real breastplate, but no, chainmail of camaraderie is better. What about him? Half plate of will. No, okay, no. That's not fitting at all. That's fine. That's definitely fine. 5. Uses chain shirt. So in terms of value, but it has armor check penalty and failure chance. And it looks terrible. Okay, no. That's fine. What about her? Bruiser chain shirt? No. Leather armor? It doesn't fit the outfit. That's the best outfit, I think. Yeah, that looks terrible. So we're going to stay with that. And the helmet looks a bit ridiculous. So we're not going to keep the helmet. Goodbye spy helmet. We're going to give her... Whew. Headband. Sure, why not? That's acceptable. She's a little princess. Specialist's belt, why not? And let's give her a golden cloak, why not? We could give her a helmet, but that doesn't look... it doesn't look pleasing. What are the celestial protection? Oh, no. It doesn't look terrible, but no. What about goggles for her? Goggles of pure sight. Yep. I mean, that looks a bit ridiculous, but she's basically a kid, so I guess looking ridiculous is part of the package. Alrighty. I'm just going to call this one a day. It's fine. Though I'm not the biggest fan of these gloves. But what other gloves could we use? Oppressive gloves. These look terrible. Clear purpose. These I can't see at all. Oh, that one look. Ah, I see. If we give him nothing, the natural color comes out. I see. Okay. Animal Fury. Yeah, that looks terrible. What about gloves of dueling?
I have no need for this.
Say that's acceptable, even though the color doesn't really match. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Do we have any other colors? I can see. Nope. Okay. Clear purpose. Are we just going to leave it? I mean, these bracers are all awesome. We're going to leave it at that. Perfect. So next episode we're going to find ourselves an assassin called... Wait, where is he? Ah, Greyball, there you are.